Well,
if he's
white people should be able to say, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because no one, when you really stop giving a about stupid, dumb words, will stop killing each other. And Nick, it's very different. You know, if it says the hard R and they're pointing at you, it's very different than rap lyrics or saying, oh, that's my nigga, that's my homie.
Right.
You know,
if somebody's using a term as a derogatory term,
but we know that.
You know the difference between somebody just saying.
We're all smart enough. We're all smart enough to know what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
So why are we putting so much damage and pain behind? I let my kids curse. They have freedom of speech.
Right.
Why live in America if you don't have freedom of speech? And I let my kids do that. Now, do they say, mommy? No.
They bet not.
Do they say, mommy, you're no.
Right.
They know what's right and wrong.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I've been meaning to get to this topic right here for the last couple of days, but I've been ripping and running and a little tied up with stuff, and I was going to make it a Patreon exclusive episode, but I said, you know what, we'll go directly with this when it comes to Amber Rose, and I really was kind of contemplating, do I even want to give her ignorance any type of attention, because we know where she's at now. I mean, look at that tattoo on her forehead and how horrible that is, but in the aspect of my introduction to Amber Rose was not her talking at all, not speaking at all, just her presented by Kanye West. And I actually was a fan of her then. Of her appearance, her style, and everything like that. But the more and more she began to talk, I really realized that this woman is lost. How in the world can you speak for 45 to 50 million black people in America and tell us what's dumb, what are we tripping over, and what do we feel like? That lets you know that people don't have real awareness, history, or information, or experience, or knowledge to speak on certain things. The N-word is not just based off of rap, hip-hop, and the culture that you see on the internet. It has half a millennium of history tied to it, and it's people that are older, 40, 50, 60, 70. It offends them as well, not just people who can see you say it. It don't just offend people who you see on the internet. It's people that have dealt with these experiences that are still living. My grandmother is 95. 96. My grandfather is 95 right now. My other grandparents passed away, and they also grew up in a time where they couldn't even drink from the same water fountains. How would I ever tell them we need to get past the word N-word, no matter if it's not being used derogatory, don't look at it like that. The N-word is certain things that's the last word that a lot of black people heard. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So you don't get to come over here and tell people about the history. Now with Amber Rose's history, she's half white, half black, supposedly. I don't know her mother's side of the family here and their actual race in things from Cape Verde or in the Cape Verde. I don't know exactly how you say that, but was your mother black over there, or was she just somebody from there? Because they have a black population over there, but she could have been something else over there. So when I hear Amber Rose speak, it just shows me how out of touch she is. And it's crazy because people find a way to tell black people how to feel about a certain word. Yes, we switched it up, we changed it and made it a form and a word of endearment for us. That wasn't for everybody. Now, let's be clear here. It's people that say the N-word, and I'm not the N-word police. I don't run around, if you say the N-word, I'm finna get up on you, or I'm tripping, or we spazzing out and things like that. I grew up with people saying the N-word, but guess what? I never, and no black person will ever, and we look at Amber Rose like she claims she black, we still don't know for sure, but no black person walking this country can tell all black people how to feel about it. Because everybody don't have the same type of experiences. Everybody don't have the same type of things. But to use words like dumb, it's like people want to always all live matter the N-word with us. With all this history, all this information out here, it's like, well, you know, if they don't mean it like that, this is coming off of rap and hip hop, Amber Rose. and others who want to sit up there and defend that stuff, rap and hip hop don't speak for the black community. The cool culture don't have the overrider of all of the black community. It's black first. This is a word that's specifically tied to black people from America that other people came in and adopted or grew up liking it because it became a thing of coolness, a thing of flyness, a thing of dopeness. We made it that become that, but that don't erase the history of it, the history and the pain and suffering that the word comes from. No matter how you mean it, is way longer, 10 times longer on this land than that. Just keeping it all the way 100, and everybody is not accepting of it. I'm not telling nobody you got the pass, bro, because you might be able to get away with it with me. I might not trip. I might not flip out about it, but you could go to another city, another state, another part of the same city. And I don't care where you at in the country, everybody not going. And black people ain't just teenagers and young dudes and rappers and entertainers. You need to know that. It's black people. They don't like when we say it. We don't say it to our certain family members. Certain black people that you might not even know, they don't want you to tell them that word. So when Amber Rose getting over here in all these other countries, all these other lifestyles, all these other groups, these other races, these other religions, and everything of that nature, they can tell you, hey, don't say this, don't say that, don't say this. We offended by this, we offended by that. This is offensive to us. This is hateful towards us. This is disrespectful towards us. And we all get on board. But it seems like there has to be some type of underlying understanding, and everybody want to protest what's going on with the N-word. No. If you're not with us, if you're not understanding and you can't respect that, that means you really don't respect the people. Now, if your people around you let you say it, that's cool. But that don't mean that you get on platforms and or you just go out and say, oh, I can say this, I can say that. And I had to speak on her. Since I see this N-word come up and even in the rap game with people who are white, and I just choose not to address them because I know that's what they want. I learned that years and years ago. I've been on YouTube 8 years now, y'all. So I learned years ago by me feeding into when I see a white rapper trying to push using the N-word, I say that's what's keeping them afloat. That's a big part of their marketing strategy. So I say I won't feed into it. But Amber Rose, it's a little bit different here. Now, Nick Cannon, you sat down with her and you said this, and I didn't see the full clip, didn't want to go look for it. Like, Nick Cannon, you didn't have no type of pushback on this, bro. And I didn't see the full clip. If he did push back on it a little bit, I apologize. I'm wrong. And I'm like, Nick Cannon, as somebody who has spoke incorrectly according to other groups before, and they pretty much got you up out of here, you didn't use a word, but they didn't like the words that you used to describe them, and they held your feet to the fire. Now it's this, and that, and we're gonna sit around and let Amber Rose tell all these people who, we got black people in this country that are older and younger who don't agree with this, but she gets to be the person that speaks for the black community. No, Amber Rose, it's not happening. We ain't never accepting it. You don't speak for us, and I don't speak for us either. Let's be clear. I don't speak for black people either. I speak up for black people. Amber Rose, this is a big no-no. You're out of pocket, you're out of line, and you need to be quiet. You're better when you're quiet. You're better when you don't say nothing. I'm not taking advice from anybody who jumped out here and said the slut walk. We need to do this. We need to do this. Being a slut is okay. We need to promote this slut stuff, and women being able to do whatever they want to do sexually without being judged or called. So all of these things is this and that, but no, Amber Rose, you're done. You're not qualified. You're not the person. You have freedom of speech, like you said, just like your kids do. That's a fact. But there's not freedom of consequence. And so y'all tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos. Tap into the Patreon, Urban Politicians TV. I got new drops on there already, and I got more drops coming. We got a stream probably. I'm going to get up on that later. I meant to do it yesterday. But Amber Rose, just be quiet, man. You ain't speaking for the black community. This is disrespectful to black people in America. This is disrespectful to our history, our pain, our suffering, our trauma. People are still getting lynched in 2026, man. Stay on your pivot.